Today we are going to again continue with the second part of what we left yesterday, issues while using the variables. So in fact, we are focusing on the variable part of our code, and we were discussing about few guidelines in the last lecture. Just may, if anyone of you would like to highlight what we discussed in the last part. So in short,
initializing declaration of
yes,
variables.
exactly. We basically talked about the data types, data declaration, and its initialization. So our focus is on the variables, and हमने कहा कि variable types का पता होना जरूरी है. And as we know the types, then we should be focusing on the declaration, कब कैसे करनी है, कैसे नहीं करनी. And then finally we discussed few issues related to initialization. So आज हमसे continue करेंगे. Once the variable is initialized, the next step is to use that variable in our program, in our code. और variable को use करने के लिए definitely we'll have to refer that in our code, and उससे जो related concepts हैं आज हम उनका जिक्र करेंगे. And one very important concept which will be our main focus today is the scope of variables. वेरिएबल के स्कोप के हवाले से दो कॉन्सेप्ट्स मजीद कहलाते हैं. वन इज कॉल्ड द स्पैन एंड सेकंड वन इज कॉल्ड द लाइफ टाइम. सो स्पैन एंड लाइफ टाइम क्या होते हैं, एंड देन अगेन स्पैन एंड लाइफ टाइम affect actually the scope of the variable. Yeah, scope of the variable is dependent on the span and lifetime of the variable. And then finally how we can use the variables, उनको इस्तेमाल करने के हवाले से, रेफर कोड में करने के हवाले से क्या गाइडलाइंस हैं, आज हम उन पर बात करेंगे. So starting with the scope of variables, the scope or visibility refers to the extent to which your variables are known and can be referenced throughout a program. एक वेरिएबल का स्कोप विद इन अ मेथड हो सकता है, विद इन अ क्लास हो सकता है. अगर एक पब्लिक मेथड है, पब्लिक डेटा मेंबर है मिसाल के तौर पे, या लेट्स सपोज इट्स अ डिफॉल्ट डेटा मेंबर ऑफ अ क्लास, तो उसका स्कोप वेरी करेगा डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द लैंग्वेज इन विच वी आर वर्किंग. डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस that's why handle the scope differently. C++ में variable can be visible to a block, a routine, a class, possibly to the subclasses or the whole program. That means everything, every class in your program. In Java and C#, a variable can also be visible to a package or namespace, a collection of classes. Again, it can also be visible only to a method or only to the derived classes, protected data members, जिस तरह से हैं. So again, the scope is handled differently, but in general, scope of variable, say, what do we mean? We actually already know, and this is a general rule as well, where inner scope actually inherits all the variables in the outer scope. So anything that is in the outer scope is definitely going to be visible in the inner scope. There are few guidelines related to variable scope of the variables, जिस पे हम आज in fact as I told कि हम बात करेंगे variable span and lifetime क्या होता है and how they affect the scope of the variable, और हमें जो span और lifetime of the variable है उसका क्या mechanism है. So localize the references to variables. By localizing references to variables, we mean that the code between the references to a variable is a window of vulnerability. यानी मैंने पहला line of code लिखा और उसमें मैंने variable x को refer किया या उसको create किया, उसको initialize किया, and then I wrote a lot of code in between that, and then उस x को मैंने इस्तेमाल किया after 10 lines of code. कल याद होगा मैंने कहा था the horizontal distance should be minimum. कल मैंने आपको कहा था the proximity principle says कि जहां पे वेरिएबल यूज करना है वहीं पर उसे इनिशियलाइज करो और उसी वहीं पे उसे डिक्लेयर कर लो तो ज्यादा अच्छा होगा. जाहिर है अगर हम क्लास में काम कर रहे हैं फिर तो डेटा मेंबर्स आर an exception to that. We do not take care for the proximity of data members of the class. They have to be there at one single place, probably Java at the top of the class and C++ at the bottom of the class. Depends upon where we are working, but उन पे हम ये बात नहीं कर रहे. Generally, if you are working in a function, for example, so all the variables, local variables of a method should have the minimum distance. horizontal distance. So in the window, new code, and by the way, the distance that is there is basically the window of vulnerability. और ये window of vulnerability जितनी बड़ी होगी, as larger that window is, of course, the chances of vulnerability being affecting you are more. So in the window, new code might be added by mistake, altering the variable, or someone reading the code might forget the value the variable is supposed to contain. So there are a few possibilities there because that difference is huge. It's large. As larger it is, the chances of being new code being added or the current variable being changing it's very obvious. It's always a good idea to localize references to variables by keeping them close together. Localize करने का ये मतलब है कि उनको जितना करीब कर लोगे, if they are far away, that means they are remotely placed, they are very far away from the use. The use of single variable is at multiple places और वो पूरे कोड में फैला हुआ है, तो we have to basically design it very carefully and make sure कि we keep it close together. One method for measuring that distance, that window of vulnerability, that proximity, that horizontal distance, one method of measuring that is called span of a variable. We can compute the span of a variable and as a result we'll come to know that how close together the references to a variable are. By references to a variable, I mean that variable is used at line number 1, then variable is used at line number 30, then variable is used at line number 70. So the span of that variable is very large. What we should try is that the span of the variable should be as less as possible, ताकि हमारा जो proximity है वो कम हो, ताकि हम इनफैक्ट ज्यादा हो, एंड ताकि हमारा जो horizontal distance है वो कम हो. So one example for a variable span is this statement where a, b, c, and then we are having a code called a equals to b plus c. Okay. If we look at the span for a, the lines between the first use and the second use of a are 2. So the total span of a is 2. Span for b similarly is 1 because b की जो use हो रहा है, पहला use हो रहा है या initialization हो रही है, after that b is used and बीच में मेरे पास one line of code is there, so 1 is the span, and of course for c the span is 0. तो ये हमारे spans हैं. And अगर I use this variable a multiple times in the code, so I will count all the distances. So the first distance between this a and this a is 2. Let's suppose this a is used after 5 more lines once again. So the second distance between the second and third use of a is 5. So I will add 5 and 2 divided by 2. So ये मैं average span निकाल लूँगा. So I can have average span as well if I'm using this variable more than 2 times. ठीक हो गया? I'll show that right now. So this variable a, the span of a is 1, 2, so it is 2. Okay. The span of b here is 1, and then second time ये use हो रहा है, first time use हो रहा है तो ये 1 हो गया. And अगर इस statement का और इस statement में हम b का span देखें तो वो 0 हो गया. So 1 plus 0 divided by 2, the average span is basically 0.5. So this is how you can find out the average span. In case there is one line between the first reference to b and the second, first and second के बीच में there is one line for a span of 1, and second time there is a span of 0. So span of 1 and 0 divided by 2 will give you the average span for variable b. So the average span is computed by averaging the individual spans. In the second example, it's b. For b, it's 1 plus 0 by 2 equals an average of 0.5. Keeping references to variables close together enable focus on one section at a time. So अगर हमारा span कम से कम होगा, if it's a very low number, the lower it is, the focus for keeping your focus on the code will be more easier. Thus, the main advantage of keeping references to variables together is that it improves program readability. Change करना आसान है, read करना आसान है. Of course, fixing and debugging is easier. The second concept related to the variable scope is called the lifetime of a variable. So, well, lifetime is a concept that's related to variable span, but it's thoda बहुत different है. किस तरह से? It does not consider the usages between the first reference and the last reference. बल्कि सिर्फ ये क्या कहता है? The total number of statements over which a variable is live. ठीक है? The variable is actually live between its first use and its last use. So life begins at the first statement in which it is referenced, and life ends at the last statement in which it is referred. So we find that distance, the initial and the last use of the variable, and that is the lifetime of the variable. Of course, जिस तरह से हमने कहा कि the average span should be shorter. Similarly, we should have shorter lifetime of a variable. Lifetime can be measured by counting the number of lines between the first and last references to a variable, including both the first and last lines. So we should include both first and last lines. Well, an example for counting the lifetime for a record index is this variable. Probably this is written in Java. So this is the last reference to record index, and this is the first reference to record index where it is being initialized. यहाँ पे भी refer हो रहा है, but because we are not focusing on the span right now, we are talking about the lifetimes. We are showing a bad example for lifetimes, poor lifetimes for a Java code. This is the last reference, which is line number 69, and last reference to the done is line number 70. Okay, whereas the first references are here, line number 2, line number 3, and line number 4. Let's calculate or compute the lifetimes. So for the record index, we have the first line here, line number 2, and the last is here, line number 28. So we subtract that and then add 1 for actually including that difference. Okay, we include this line number as well now. So that's why we are adding 1 and we get the lifetime. Then for total, the first line was 3, the last line is 69. So we have 69 minus 3 plus 1. 1 is again for, क्योंकि हम include कर रहे हैं, inclusive of this line. Similarly, done and average lifetime for all these three variables is 27 plus 67 divided by 3, which is approximately, in fact, 54 point something. So this is the average lifetime for all the variables in our code. And as higher this lifetime is, the poorer your code is. A good example is where you are having shorter lifetimes, and of course I can convert this same code. I will not change the functionality. I'll convert the same code into the code where my lifetime is approximately 7. So from 54 to 7. And ऐसा क्या किया? I brought the initialization and the declaration of the variables closer to their first use. So this is the first use, and probably this is the last use. So it's 28 minus 25 plus 1, which is 4. Same is the case for total and done, and then approximate or average lifetime is 7 now. So basically I have improved mathematically अगर मैं आपको दिखाऊं, and generally this is what I have been talking about since the last lecture. In fact, since a couple of lectures before we have talked about the horizontal distance. So this is what we have been talking about all the time. So the span and lifetime are two different properties which we have discussed, and of course we can compare them. They are relatable. They are related to variable, and they are part of the scope of the variable as far as the scope is concerned. Span and lifetime again are related to scope. जितना बड़ा larger scope होगा variable का, span and lifetime भी उसके हिसाब से affect होते हैं somehow. So unlike span, lifetime is not affected by how many times the variable is used, and vice versa. Unlike lifetime, the span is not affected by how far the first and last use of the variable is. But again, variable is used between the first and last time it's reference. If the variable is first reference on line 1 and last reference on line 25, lifetime is 25. Okay? If those are the only two lines in which it is used, then the span is 23. Okay? 25 minus the first line. So that's the lines between these basically are called the span. So there are 23 statements between this. लेकिन if we are using this variable multiple times between line 1 and line 25, तो span will reduce. ठीक है, let's suppose if we are using them on every other line, so the average span will be 0. If the variable were used on every line from line 1 through 25, of course it would have an average span of 0 statements. क्यों? Because उनके बीच में कभी कोई line आई नहीं है 0 0 0 0 0 0 divided by 25 या 23 या जितनी भी स्टेटमेंट जितनी भी दफा यूज हुआ will actually result into 0, but it would still have a lifetime of 25 statements. So well, few possibilities are here where we are having a shorter span but longer lifetime, so that's possible. We can have longer spans and longer lifetimes, that's also possible. And then we can have shorter spans and shorter lifetimes, that is also possible. So long lifetime is life over the course of many statements. That means it started initialized or created here and the last use is made in at this line. So that's a longer lifetime. Shorter lifetime means that it was created at the first line and it was last used in the fourth or fifth line. So it's a shorter lifetime relative to the previous one. And the span is how close together the references to a variable are. So कितना जल्दी जल्दी हम उनको दोबारा दोबारा रेफर कर रहे हैं. In total it is used for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 times. Fine, it is referenced or referred for 8 different times, and this is how closer they are. Keeping lifetime short reduces the window of vulnerability. Of course, jitna lifetime short hoga, because variable was first used here and then last used here, that means this number of chances are there when this variable can change actually. Keeping the lifetime short is that it gives you an accurate picture of your code. Of course, I don't have to remember that what was the variable meant for or what was the initial value of the variable if I'm only having that variable seen on the first line and then on the fifth line and that's it. But in other case, again the variable was first seen on the first line and then last seen on line number 100, so the lifetime of variable is very large, and that's where it basically do not help me to see an accurate picture of my code. मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा scrolling करनी पड़ेगी, चीज़ें याद रखनी पड़ेंगी. जब मैं कोड कर रहा हूँगा तो there are 99 number of times, 99 lines of code are there in between them. तो 99 times ये chances होंगे कि उस code में उस variable में कोई तब्दीली आ जाएगी. A short lifetime also reduces the chance of initialization errors. Very accurate. मैंने कहा कि initialization errors are those जहाँ पे variable up to date नहीं रहता, variable initialize ही नहीं हुआ, हमें पता ही नहीं वो initialize हुआ भी या नहीं हुआ. So the मसले जो हमने last time discuss किए थे, issues related to initialization will increase. The chances of those issues and problems will increase with larger lifetimes. A short lifetime makes your code more readable, of course, and if it makes it more maintainable, it makes it more debuggable. The less code you have to keep on your screen during editing and debugging will definitely help you read more easily. Short lifetimes are useful when splitting a large routine into smaller routines. Of course, short lifetimes का एक दूसरा फायदा ये है that, for example, if I have to split that code into two functions, for example, if I have to split this code into a function, I can simply pick these 5 lines and convert them into a function. But if I have to do the same thing for this code, see, it's difficult for me. I'll somehow have to move this line of code probably up here so that I can pick this piece of code and make it a simple separate function. So splitting भी मुश्किल हो जाएगी larger lifetimes के साथ. Well, what are few general guidelines for minimizing the scope? As we have talked about that lifetime should be short, the span of the code should be short. So here are some specific guidelines. First is initialize the variables used in a loop immediately before the loop. Last time हम last lecture में भी last part के अंदर भी कुछ इसी तरह की बातें की थी. So you should be initializing it immediately before the loop rather than back at the beginning of the routine containing the loop. बजाय इसके कि function के start पे मैं loop variable, control variables, counters, accumulators को initialize कर दूं, मैं इनको exactly वहीं पे initialize करूं और declare करूं जहां पे उनकी जरूरत है. Do not assign a value to a variable until just before the value is used. मैं उस वेरिएबल को कभी भी वैल्यू इनिशियलाइज नहीं करूं या असाइन ना करूं until just before it is actually used. A good example here is where receipt index is being initialized right just before it is actually used. Grouping of the code should also be improved. हमने यहाँ पे a couple of variables have been created and initialized and of course passed to some methods, but that's a very poorly grouped code. Statements using two sets of variables. There are two different types of two sets of variables. जिनको देख के तो लग रहा है कि there are some repeating old data, total new data, num old data, total old data, num old data, num new data. Fine. There are a few variables which are being repeated. I see that. Okay, fine, they're related. But if I write the same code more carefully, I can properly group it into two different groups where old data and new data are separate. Okay, so that actually helps us again minimize the scope, because again, the lifetime of old data variables has been reduced. The lifetime of new data variables has also been reduced. Whereas in this case, the lifetime starts from here and ends here for both the type, old data and new data. यहाँ पे मैंने इस्तेमाल करना start कर दिया, तो it's a poor approach, and good approaches here in front of you. And lastly, you have to break the groups of related statements into separate routines. Variables in shorter routines will have smaller spans and lifetime. So अगर आप related statements को separate routines में convert कर दो, probably you're handling the old data तो एक separate routine बना दो, you're handling the new data तो एक separate routine बना दो, या summary of old data and summary of new data, two separate routines, because ये summarized data था. तो it will result into smaller spans and smaller lifetimes. Use each variable for one purpose only. What we do sometimes is that, for example, we are finding the square root, तो हमने temp variable बनाया, उसमें square root store कर लिया. Now we want to swap two numbers. I again use the same temp variable for swapping the two numbers. What it does is definitely it helps us reduce the number of variables that we are creating, but we are focusing on shorter lifetimes. So this results into larger lifetime for this temp variable. It is first created or used here, and then it is used after 100 statements for swapping two numbers. So again, this variable is live, and that's very dangerous. That increases the window of vulnerability. Use each variable for one purpose only. So this is one good example where this is a poor approach. It's a bad practice. And for the same purpose, we can have a good practice where I'm having a different variable for getting the square root and a different variable for swapping two variables. Avoid variables with hidden meanings. What do I mean by hidden meanings? Let's directly jump on to an example. एक variable है page count के नाम से. Fine. What do you think? Page count में क्या होना चाहिए? The number of total pages? Probably these are the total pages which are being printed. These are the pages which are exported to PDF and somehow. So this variable should only contain the number of pages. But we, being a programmer, sometimes abuse this name, and this concept is called hybrid coupling. हम hybrid coupling ऐसे करते हैं कि with this page count, we somehow have a hidden meaning of this page count variable, and that is if the value of page count is -1, please listen to me very carefully. If the variable value page count has the value -1, that means it is representing that there has been an error. The number of pages which are exported are actually not completely exported, and the number of pages which were being printed are not completely printing. So we are also using this page count as a flag, as a later on as a condition to check if all the pages were exported, all the pages were printed, and so on. So this hybrid coupling or expecting multiple purposes from this variable, multiple meanings of the data of this variable are not recommended. See, okay? So even if the double use is clear to you, it won't be to someone else. So you know that -1 for page count means that there is an error, but for someone else, this might not be the same meaning. So you should make sure that you have a separate variable or separate flag, Boolean flag, which represents if the printing has been done successfully, or if the exporting has been done successfully, and so on. Variables can be used for more than one purpose. Is to have different values for the variable mean different things. So this value, normal value or positive values, means that the number of pages which are actually printed on, and negative values means that there is an error. Please do not do this. So with this, the guidelines related to the using or the usage of variables are completed. So if you still have any questions, you can ask them.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था
जी पूछिए।
सर, इससे जाहिर है कोड की एग्जीक्यूशन पे तो कोई इफेक्ट नहीं ना आएगा?
एग्जीक्यूशन पे इस तरह से इफेक्ट आएगा कि लेट सपोज एक छोटी सी बात कर रहा हूँ कि वी ट्राई टू बी एफिशिएंट एंड वी ट्राई टू यूज दिस सेम वेरिएबल फॉर मल्टीपल पर्पसेस, सो दैट हम कहते हैं जी अच्छा हमने बड़ी एफिशिएंटली कम वेरिएबल्स को यूज करके ज्यादा कोड और ज्यादा फंक्शनैलिटी अचीव कर ली, ठीक है। सो प्रोबेबली बहुत थोड़ा सा माइनर सा डिफरेंस आएगा, बट अदरवाइज नो, देयर इज नो सच impact on the execution or the efficiency or the performance of the code.
ओके सर।
ठीक है, but in fact the benefit, the advantage that we are getting, the trade-off is very फायदेमंद, it's very good, it's something we should go for. So advantage or फायदा is much better or more as compared to the problems that we might have. And once again, these are just the guidelines. I'm not saying that yeah, कोई hard coded recipe है. I guess these are some practices which we can try to incorporate in our code, and with the passage of time when we start learning and we get comfortable and familiar with them, तो फिर we will start to see their benefits as well. ठीक है, and single class के अंदर इसका फायदा आपको कभी भी नजर नहीं आएगा. These are the things which have been learned and experienced after going through many projects, a large number of source code lines, and then we have come up with this type of guidelines. So again, these are again जो दोनों books हम पढ़ रहे हैं, they are the authors who actually tells their experiences and their learning from the projects that they have worked on. So this is why I guess कि probably हमें बहुत जल्दी या immediate results उसके देखने को नहीं मिल सकते, और sometimes इसीलिए बहुत सी guidelines हमें लगती हैं कि यार ये क्या बकवास है, या ये तो बड़ी कॉमन सी बात है, या ये तो बड़ी फजूल सी चीज़ है. So basically I guess कि we can adopt different things in different scenarios. Okay, is there any other question? No.
सर ये विंडो ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी,
विंडो ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी का मतलब है कि मौका मिल जाता है ना आपको. आप लेट सपोज मैं एक छोटी सी बात करता हूँ, द विंडो ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी फॉर मी, vulnerability for my wallet and my mobile or my laptop being stolen from my office in the university is when, for example, if I'm leaving the door open and going for a break or for a tea break. So the window of vulnerability will be decided that for how much longer time I am not here or I leave my door open. So this is here that the window of vulnerability is the time, the slot, the क्या कहते हैं, the duration for which there is a chance कि वो variable की value change हो जाएगी, या वो variable outdate हो जाएगा, या वो uninitialized रह जाएगा, and so on. ठीक है, तो वो window start होती है by the first use of that first reference, first initialization of that variable, और वो खत्म होती है till the last use of that variable. तो विंडो बड़ी होगी अगर जाहिर है आपका स्पैन ज्यादा है, अगर आपका लाइफ टाइम ज्यादा है. इनफैक्ट स्पैन का विंडो के साथ ताल्लुक नहीं है. द विंडो ऑफ वल्नरेबिलिटी इज डायरेक्टली अफेक्टेड बाय द लाइफ टाइम ऑफ द वेरिएबल.
ओके
ठीक है. Well, I can ask you to go and please find and think more about the correlation or impact of span over lifetime and lifetime over span. क्या फर्क पड़ेगा अगर span छोटा हो? So go and think over. इसके ऊपर मजीद सोचें and you'll have more ideas and of course more views that you can have. ठीक है, तो एक कोड एग्जांपल लें, उसमें देखें कि अगर मैं स्पैन को छोटा कर रहा हूँ तो उससे क्या फायदे या नुकसान हो रहे हैं. अगर मैं लाइफ टाइम को बड़ा कर रहा हूँ और स्पैन बिल्कुल छोटा है, लेट्स सपोज लाइफ टाइम इज 25 एंड स्पैन इज 0, जी क्या है, इसको थोड़ा सा विजुअलाइज करने की कोशिश करें. लेट्स से आई आस्क यू अनदर एग्जांपल वेयर लाइफ टाइम इज 25 एंड स्पैन इज आल्सो 25. ये दोनों एक्सट्रीम केसेस हैं. सो इज दैट पॉसिबल, क्या ये हो भी सकता है कि स्पैन 25 हो, ठीक है ना। सो दिस इज वेयर यू रियली हैव टू गो एंड सी एंड देन सी कि इसका इफेक्ट या इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा। तो ये बहुत से एनालिटिकल किस्म के क्वेश्चंस हैं जो इसके ऊपर ही किए जा सकते हैं, दैट यू मस्ट थिंक अबाउट। I hope the idea is clear and you got my point.
Yes, sir.
That is very good. So if you still have any questions, probably you can ask.